Hey everybody, what's up? I have some amazing flatbreads that I'm making right now with cauliflower. Yeah, you can do it with cauliflower to make it totally clean so that it doesn't have any starch or refined carbohydrates. So if you're gluten-free or just looking for a way to get away from the processed breads out there, this is your recipe. Let me show you how beautiful these flatbreads are. Check that out. That's how they look. And that is basically cauliflower, some cheese, and eggs. Beautiful! And that is your gorgeous crust for a pizza or a flatbread that you can top with feta cheese, maybe some blue cheese if you like. And then you're going to chop it up into florets, right? And then you're going to put it into the food processor. Now you want to pulse that until you get a fine rice. Now you recall last week I showed you how to make a cauliflower fried rice. If you saw that episode, you'll see what I mean by that small rice-sized granule. Just pop it in the food processor and pulse it until it is little, okay? And then you're gonna give it a steam, and look at what happens. When you steam it, it literally it looks like mashed potatoes. And that's all we did, was we pulsed it in the food processor, and then we steamed it. And this is what you end up with. Looks like a big hunk of mashed potatoes, right? Now, this is basically going to take the place of the dough in our cauliflower flatbreads. And the thing with this that you really want to make sure of, let me show you what I'm talking about, is you want to try and pull as much of the moisture out as you possibly can, because you want these to be non-soggy. So I'm going to take a strainer, and with the back side of the spatula, I'm just going to run my cauliflower, and this has just been steamed. I haven't done anything else to it other than process it down and steam it. And I'm going to pull as much as the moisture. You really want to get your muscle in there, you know? I got a little herbaceousness. Get your muscle in there and just work it around the strainer. So I'm just working it, and look at how much water came out, you guys. You're going to get a lot more water out than you think, okay? Just by steaming it, you're going to release a lot of the moisture. So keep working it. Even when you think you've worked it where you can't work it no more, you probably got a little bit more working to do. Okay, you really want to take all that moisture out. You can even go back over with a clean cloth and dab that to get any additional moisture off. I don't want any moisture on there at all. And I'm going to dry that off, so I make sure I've got a really dry pan. And then I'm going to transfer my cauliflower back into the bowl. And right now I'm working with about 1.5 cups to 2 cups roughly of cauliflower. This is not the whole head. This is just a portion of it, because I've already made a few of my flatbreads as an example to show you guys, okay? So that's roughly 2 cups of cauliflower. With the 2 cups, I need 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs. And we've been talking a lot about nutrition, you guys. Don't be scared of the fat in the eggs. That yolk is full of good fat and protein. And you need that good fat for your brain and for your muscle tissue. And studies are showing that you're actually going to burn more fat when you eat more fat. Okay, now I've got my 2 eggs. I've got 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella, and this is low moisture part skim mozzarella that's going in there. Got about 2 tablespoons of shredded Parmesan. Okay, I'm going to mix my cheese in there. Now we're adding in some oregano. I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of oregano. Give that little pizza flavor for my flatbreads. And then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of, I've got a toasted onion and garlic blend, but you could do 1/2 teaspoon of onion and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. It's so much more fun when you can cook to music, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna give that a good mix, and then I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon and a half of pepper. I like a lot of pepper in this one. And then I'm also gonna do a dash of crushed red pepper flake, about half a teaspoon. We're going back to Kali. We're going back to Kali. And that is your mixture. Now, before I put these into the fire, one last thing, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try one more pass at squeezing out the liquid. Really important you do that so you get a nice, crisp flatbread. Otherwise, it's gonna be soggy. If you go out there on the internet, the interwebs, and you see what people say about flatbread pizza, sometimes you'll see them saying it's pretty soggy. That's why. They don't squeeze enough of the moisture out. Okay, give that another, yup, it's gluten-free. Tony's like, pump up the volume. Kali. I'm going back to Kali. Yes, I think so. I'm going back to Kali. Going back to Kali. Okay, we squeezed the life out of it. So that is my mixture right there. Now, you have two options. If you've got a pizza oven, like I do, you can use that. Or if you don't, no problem. You take your Silpat or your baking pan and you give it a good spray with your nonstick cooking spray. And this is where you're gonna form your flatbreads, okay? So you're gonna take a good couple tablespoons, just like so. Or you can make it little mini size, just depends on how big. And you're gonna just mold it with your hand here into a circle. And these are gonna go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. And then you're gonna go in and flip them over very gently with your spatula, just like so. That's what they look like when they go in. Very cool, very cool. There are your little mini flatbreads, okay? Now when they come out, this is what they end up looking like. Voila, just like so. And they hold their form and they're nice and crispy. Now, I've got a few different things that I can top them with. Feta. Now, you do, if you don't do dairy, just substitute the mozzarella for a non-dairy mozzarella. Maybe even a little cilantro, a little bit of pepper. So, what you guys think? You like those? Yay! Grab a screenshot. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your night. Love you.